Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Quarter Life Creative. My name is Gretchen, and today I'm going to be talking about the phrase, I don't know what I'm doing in my life. Which I feel like a lot of people in their 20s, especially a lot of my friends and my peers, are saying that. And I want to talk about the reasons why we end up staying in that position, why we feel stuck in our situation and feel that we have no direction to turn in, and ultimately feeling like we're stagnant and just lost in life. So, what I want to address in this video are the fears that can block you from finding out what it is you want to do with your life. I think in order to find the answer, you must do a couple of things. And one of those things is to address the fear in finding out what you want to do, and address the fear of change, and address the fear of the future. And I think once you deal with that and kind of put that aside, you will be more open-minded and able to find the answer for yourself and figure out what you want to do in life. Because these things, if they go unaddressed, will cause you a lot of pain and will make this process a lot harder than it actually is. So let's get into it. First thing is fear of change. Now, a way to think about this is to do something called negative brainstorming, which I think is a fabulous idea for trying to get yourself to do anything. And basically, you're going to brainstorm reasons why staying in this stuck state that you're in is actually much worse than going out there and making the change necessary to create a better life for yourself. So for example, one of the reasons that I have come up with is that if I continue to stay stuck and stagnant, and I continue to do the same things over and over again, I'm going to end up looking back at my life and not have anything to be proud of. And that's one of the things that is really important to me, to be able to look back at the things that I've done and be super proud of myself. That's something that really drives me towards an exciting future for myself, to know all the possibilities and all the possible things that I could do and create and make in the world. And that's just so exciting to me. And the idea of staying stuck in the same position I was years ago just absolutely horrifies me. And I never want to be that person who, like, let's say someone from high school comes up to me in the grocery store and we start talking and they ask, oh, what are you doing with your life? And me saying, I don't know, I'm kind of just hanging around doing the same thing I did after I graduated high school and after I graduated college. It's, for me, I never want to be at that point where I haven't done anything to prove myself, or I haven't done anything to show of my life. And I always want to be actively doing something to either create value in other people's life or create value in my own life. So you can do that for yourself. You can sit down and write down things that would absolutely horrify you about the idea of staying stuck where you are. And this is a great way to get you started and get you motivated to be willing to change. Because the thing is, change is scary. Obviously, change can be painful and it can be uncomfortable. But if it means we're going to avoid an even greater pain in our present in staying where we are, then we're more willing to do that. Does that make sense? I feel like I get so excited about things and then I just start rambling on and I sometimes don't make sense. Let's hope that makes sense just for the sake of this video. The second thing that I think is really important to address is fear of the future. Now, I think we have two options when it comes to thinking of the future. We can either believe that the future is positive for us, or we could believe the future is negative for us. And the thing is, since it's in the future, Nothing is set in stone. And so there is no reason why one future would be more likely to happen than the other. It's basically like a 50-50 chance of things in our future happening positively or negatively for us. But here's the most exciting part. Even though the future is not set in stone, we can decide what we want for our future and therefore create a better experience for ourselves now in the present. So what I mean is, if I believe that there's something super exciting for me in the future that I am looking forward to, I'm able to create so much more motivation for myself in my present moment. I'm able to feel so excited in anticipation of this thing. And I'm able to even make myself more disciplined in preparation for that thing that's super exciting and super compelling for my future. And so in that way, I am already actively taking steps in creating a better future for myself, just by starting to believe that there is a future, a positive future waiting for me at the end. And same thing goes with believing in a negative future. If I believe there's a negative future in store for me, waiting for me, how will that affect my present moment? That will obviously cause me to be a lot more anxious, a lot more worried, and I would dread doing anything because I don't want to meet that negative future. I would just feel really scared and terrified all the time. And so likewise, believing in a negative future will create a negative experience for me right now in the present. Now, why would someone want to stay stuck in believing a negative future for themselves? Well, one thing that I could think of is that it gives them a way to avoid pain, and it gives them a way to avoid the discomfort of growing and progress. Because the thing is, when we decide to believe in a positive future, that's all exciting, but at the same time, we will meet moments where it's super scary and it's super uncomfortable because we're gonna have to face our fears. And in believing in a negative future, we get to bypass that. We get to avoid the discomfort and the growth, and we get to avoid taking any action that would give us meaning or the world meaning. And I like to think of it like now that it's winter, I feel like I can say this, but you know that those times where you're trying to get out of bed in the morning, but your bed is just so comfortable and it's so warm, and you know the second you take off those sheets and start getting up, it's going to be so cold. That is what believing in a negative future feels like. It feels comfortable. It actually feels warm and really nice. But the more you stay there, you're not really getting anything done. You're not doing anything good for yourself. You're just staying in a comfortable position. And what will happen to you if you just stay in bed in the warm, comfy sheets? You're gonna miss out on a lot of things in life. You're not gonna be able to see your family or your friends. You're not gonna be able to go out and make a living or do anything fun because you're just sitting in bed, lying in bed in the cozy comfortness of your own safe zone. And at the end of the day, any type of growth will be painful. And to do anything in life that actually means something to the world will be painful, because it'll force you to grow and it'll force you to make progress within yourself. But the thing is, even though growth is uncomfortable, even though growth is really painful, growth is necessary. And we as human beings are all about growth. We're all about progress. And we are absolutely fascinated when we see growth in ourselves. And when we see growth in other people, it's absolutely amazing. And that's why I think we love as a society to watch TV, and we're obsessed with these television shows because we love to see the growth and the evolution of each character from the very beginning of the series to the end, and how all these external events and circumstances change them and shape who they are, and they just become an even better or maybe just different person at the end of the series. And that's just an incredible progression to witness. And I think that's why we love watching television. And so if we continue to stay stuck in our beds in the comfy, safe zone of our lives, we would be a pretty boring TV series to watch, wouldn't we? So I hope that gives you a lot to think about, and I hope you could perceive your current situation of feeling stuck and lost in your life with no direction. I hope you can use those examples and just those things in your life to kind of clarify your situation and clear out those obstacles and fears so that you can get to the good stuff and find out what you want to do with your life. Because I assure you, once you find that out, it will be life-changing and it'll be amazing, and you will be able to be more disciplined in your life than you had ever been able to do so before. So if you guys are interested in more videos from Quarter Life Creative, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and go to quarterlifecreative.com if you want me, Gretchen, to be your personal success coach. Your successes are my successes, and I truly want the best for you guys. So please check it out, and your first session with me is always free. So go to quarterlifecreative.com and check me out, and I will see you guys later. Bye.